This is the YikTol all-in-one pet grooming kit. We're going to do a little unboxing here and then see what the cats think about it. So we have our user guide. And we have an array of attachments here. All kinds of stuff in this thing. We've got some clippers, got vacuum nozzles, brushes, another clipper, some different attachments for the clippers. Then down here we have the main unit, which is a vacuum and a vacuum hose with built-in power, so this can power some of those clipper units. We also have this base thing. I think you can store your extra parts on this. Now YikTol tells me this is a very quiet unit and shouldn't disturb the cats too much. That remains to be seen. Fluff is not a big fan of vacuum cleaners, so the manual explains what some of these attachments are. We've got the vacuum, the hose, cleaning brush, nozzle, a couple clippers. We've got that little nail grinder, the de-shedding tool, various clipping combs. I don't know if we're going to use the nail grinder. I think that's more for dogs. Usually Donnie and Fluff get their nails trimmed with just a human nail clipper. We've got this, they call it a food clipper. I think they mean feet or foot. A little bit of sketchy translation in the manual, but mostly makes sense. Just to ease the cats into this, I'm going to try the soft brush first. Oh, what do you think, huh? Is that fun? Well, Donnie seems to enjoy this. Kitty, yeah. All right, so that was level 1 of the vacuum. It's pretty quiet. Fluff is looking a little concerned from the other side of the room, but she hasn't run away yet. Let's see if we can get her over here and brush her with this part. It's okay. All right, Fluff is not a fan of this thing, whether it's on or off. I guess it looks too much like a vacuum cleaner. So this is sound level 1. That's 2. That's 3. So level 1's definitely quieter. Level 3 kind of sounds like a real vacuum. And yeah, Fluff is like across the house now. She wants nothing to do with this thing. Is it good? Let's try the de-shedding tool. Look at that, huh? Good? So this thing has a little push button. When it collects enough hair, you can kind of, I think, pop the hair off of there. I've noticed it does leave a lot of hair behind on Donnie and then on these little combs, and the little push button hair ejector doesn't work super well to get it off of here. You kind of have to keep this running and just pick the hair off and let it be vacuumed up. Likewise with the other grooming attachment, the hair tends to stay behind on the tines and you kind of have to pick it out by hand. Right now Donnie seems to be wondering why all his hair is moving around in that compartment. Yeah, there's your hair, it goes in there. What is that? Alright, well how well does this thing work as just a standalone vacuum? For example, we've got the other cat brush here, full of hair. Yeah, level 1 isn't very strong. Level 3 works great. Well, so far, Fluff doesn't mind being brushed by the thing when it's off, but I suspect once that fan goes on, she's going to vanish again. Good girl. Very good, yes. Very good. You're very good. It's okay. It's okay. Oh. Yeah, and there she goes. Donnie is still trying to figure out how all the hair got inside there and how he can get it out again. Well, so far, Fluff pretty much hates this thing, at least when the vacuum function is operating. I kind of expected that. Donnie's cool with it, so he's a good test subject for a product like this. Cats who are a little more vacuum shy, like Fluff, don't seem to enjoy it. Now, we don't actually trim our cat's hair that often, but over on my other channel, people have complained about my grooming, so let's give this thing a test on my face. All right, I definitely got a little bit of hair in the sink, but most of it seemed to go in here. So yeah, this seems like a reasonable device for home grooming, whether it be your cat or yourself. Donnie is still trying to play with this thing and has followed me into the bathroom to check it out. Now we also have this little trimmer attachment for, I guess, fine detail areas. Now this is not powered by the main unit. It just has its own little battery pack in here, so you can put AA batteries in it, and then it has an on-off switch. And likewise, the little nail grinder thingy is not directly controlled by the main unit. It's actually an attachment for the battery-operated thing, so you just pop that fine detail trimmer off, and you pop on the nail grinder unit, and then you can file down dog nails while vacuuming away the dust. Not only is this thing helping keep Donnie groomed, it's also keeping him entertained. All right, we've picked up all kinds of cat hair with this thing, because when you have 2 cats, yeah, your house is pretty much tumbleweed central all the time. Now, when it comes time to empty this, we can just pop the entire canister off and take that out to the trash can to empty it. I have to say, we do get some smaller debris and dirt down here in the housing, so it seems to be better at hair than small dust. So here at Donnie and Fluff's Reviews, we try to be very fair and honest about everything that gets reviewed. With this thing, Donnie gives it a 10 out of 10. He is a vacuum-friendly cat. He enjoys this thing. He thinks it's great to get vacuumed with it, to get groomed with it, and he thinks it's great to chase the hair around inside the clear dust compartment. Fluff, I'd say, gives this a 1 out of 10, bordering on a 0 out of 10, but she hates all vacuums, and she just leaves the room when it turns on. If you have a weird cat like Donnie who enjoys being vacuumed with the regular household vacuum, they'll love this thing. Fluff definitely likes the regular old cat brush a lot more than the vacuum-equipped one. Now, as one of Donnie and Fluff's humans, I would give this thing, I guess, about a 7 out of 10. It seems pretty convenient for vacuuming up hair as it's being used. It's definitely cleaner than using a regular brush and having to pick all the hair out and throw it away separately. The little clipper seems to work pretty well, at least on me, to vacuum away hair as it trims. Now, we didn't test all of the settings because we don't do some of these things with the cats, but we tried to give it a good overview, and I'm fairly happy with it. I think the filter system could be a little better. It doesn't seem to trap anything smaller than pet hair. However, it does seem to be very suited for pet hair, and it works great for that. If you want to check out the YikTol